Hey everybody, it's Martha. Welcome to my shabby craft studio. I hope you'll pull up a drink of your choice and join me. I need the caffeine, so excuse me for gulping in front of you. I am going to try an experiment today. I saw Wendy of Wendy's Journal Adventures do a cover that interested me. I struggle with covers a lot. I struggle with ephemera a lot. So, yeah, I struggle. Let's just be honest about it. So, what I did was, I watched the video, which I will link below. She uses a canvas or a muslin, depending on the outside fabric. Now, this outside fabric is pretty... I'd say it's pretty medium in weight, and she said that it was best to use a heavier inside fabric if you're using a lighter outside fabric. So I have this really heavy, quite heavy canvas that I bought by accident, which happens, but there are no accidents, there's only design elements. So it's really wrinkled and I'm too lazy to iron it. But what I did was I cut them 9 by 14. This one's a little larger, but I figure I have the opportunity to cut it down once they are attached. And I did that because I don't trust myself. This one is also 9 by 14, so it's 9 inches tall, 14 inches. This one is exact, and I'm handling this very carefully because this stuff unravels and makes a huge mess, and I don't want it to unravel before I glue it. Now, the only difference is between what I'm going to do and what Wendy did was I'm going to add a very thin piece of cardstock in here. This is a file folder, and it is just shy of 9 by 14. And I did that because I want the edges of the fabric to be showing. In fact, I'm going to cut this down just a teensy bit more because I would like this on the inside, but I want the edges to be quite, I want them to meet and be able to be sewn easily. And I just want the file folder to be sort of, to make it just a little bit sturdier. So, and I think the glue is going to probably soften this a little bit. Golf course noise. Sorry. So I have my screen door open. Well, I have my sliding glass door open, and the screen is on, and I have my curtains in front. The sun is a little filtered today, so it's not too bad. Yesterday it was a mess in here because the sun was really bright, and I did some recording, but anyway. So in Wendy's original video, not that I got sidetracked or anything, she used Mod Podge. I hate Mod Podge. And she said in her latest video she used tacky glue. And since I have this big bottle of tacky glue, because I bought it for something else I did recently, and just like everything else, I can't remember. So I'm going to just put this tacky glue. I don't think I'm going to get a very... I didn't make this hole very big when I cut it, so there's not going to be much come out. Whoop. Okay, we'll see if we can get it out this way. Enough to glue all this stuff together. Please come off my finger, thank you. Oh yeah, this is going to take us all day if we do this. Oh my gosh, I cannot get this unscrewed. Oh no. Oh, might have to turn the video off and start again. Oh my goodness. Okay. If all else fails, I take scissors and pop the cap, and that loosens the glue that's holding it on. Whew. Okay. So I'm just gonna, because I have a feeling I'm gonna need quite a bit, and I'm actually going to, whoop, that's quite a bit. I think I'm going to actually, I don't know if that's going to be enough though. Squirt a little water in this and water it down. And wipe that off so I don't get the cap quite so stuck the next time. Of course, cap probably needs to be washed out now, right? Okay, put the cover on, put the cap on. Ta-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I have to put this down. So excuse the glare, but I have to have something down, and I meant to get some parchment paper, but I forgot. Now, I have a squirt bottle of water up here. I'm just going to put a bit in. I have an old sponge brush here. And what Wendy did was she actually just put, I wonder, oh dear. Hold that thought. I have to see if that shows through. It almost does. Well, I'm going to cover that up anyway. Okay, so I'm going to do the inside first because this makes me really nervous. And I'm hoping I can get this glue on here thick enough and not have it dry before I can get the cover on. So I'm going to do half of it first, which I can't remember if that's what she did or not. It may have been, because that's a smart way to do it, right? Oh, this brush is terrible. I should have used a real brush. I hate to gunk my brushes up with the glue. Even my decoupaging brushes, they're such a pain to clean, right? Oops. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think I could have thinned this glue out a little bit more than I did. Oh, my brush is falling apart. It's coming off. This is not good. Okay, hold that thought. I have to get... All right. I get this one. I mean, it works better, so we're going to go with it. And it's smoother. It's not all bumpy. All right. I'm just going to wipe so I don't get glue all over the other side and can't lift it up after, you know. All right. Just the heaviest parts off. Okay, keep your fingers crossed for me, please. Because this really does make me quite nervous. I think I'm going to go this way. And this is the piece that's much bigger. So we're going to see. I'm hoping this works because I really do struggle making covers, and I've been struggling with everything lately. I don't know. I think part of it is there's so many beautiful digi kits out there, but I just don't know what direction to go in sometimes. And I'm trying to get all these wrinkles out and still have the right... Oops. I love this spreader. It's a We Are Memory Keepers thing, and I think it goes with like the Scan and Cuts or whatever they are. I know that's brother. You know, those cutting machines that are out there, whatever they are. I think it goes with those. So this is gonna take a lot of glue. This glue is so thick. Okay. I think we're gonna try and mix that up a little better. I think part of my problem was I didn't mix the glue the last time I sprayed it. Just sort of sprayed it on top and started spreading. So I hope this finds everybody well. Let me know below in the comments your favorite way to make covers. I mean, I've used everything from heat and bond to all paper and cardstock, and I think I've made, ow, my arthritis in my thumbs is really bothering me today. Other places too, because I've been doing a lot of physical stuff. I've been up and down my basement stairs several times each day the last couple of days. That does in my knees and my hip. I'm pretty sure all of which are going to have to be replaced at some point. Now, if you wanted to do this without putting the file folder or cardstock or whatever in between, and I will do one that way, I just wanted to do this one with the cardstock because, you know, I'm kind of like defiant that way. I like to put my own twist on stuff, right? That came out nice. Right. So the last couple of days I've been eco-dyeing, and I have been unsuccessful two previous times with eco-dyeing. And I feel like I did pretty well this time. And that video is either already up or will be. Oh, shoot. See? That's less fabric than I wanted to have left over on that side. Oh, darn. I mean, I could peel it all off and do it again, but then I'm going to have like glue bits. See? I'm going to have nasty glue bits on the paper. All right, well, we're going to go with this. We're going to make it work. Make it work, as Tim Gunn used to say on Project Runway, one of my favorite shows. Oops, which is no longer on, of course. So, all right. All right, well, see, that just goes to show I should have put the cardboard down on the fabric and not the fabric on the cardboard. But there you go, or the file folder. All right, don't get flustered, Martha. Just keep going. Just make it work. Keep going, girlfriend. You've got this. I can hear you guys saying that. And I appreciate it. Just keep going. You've got this. Oh, glue everywhere. All over the scissors and everything. Lovely. All right. So I'm mixing some more glue and water. Boy, this glue is like somewhere between paste and glue. You know what's going to happen now, though? Because that edge is not wide enough. Well, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. I can hear your encouragement. Keep going. Keep trying. It's just paper, fabric, and glue. There's more where that came from. I just hate waste. All right. I'm actually getting right to the edge of the fabric too, because you want the two fabrics to be together. And if you weren't using the file folder in between, like I decided to do defiantly. All right, so I want my front to be here. All right, I'll see, I'm going to have to make sure that's correct on that edge. It's hanging over a little bit. That's why I try and give myself extra, and I did, but it's all on that end. Angry at myself now. All right. I think that'll work. I hope. All right. Let's flip it this way. Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. Oh, this is interesting. This isn't sticking the same way. This fabric is not sticking the same way that the canvas stuck. So, and I don't know if this is going to soak through. I'm trying to make it not so thick that it will soak through, but I don't know because I haven't tried this method before with this fabric. And I don't know how it would do with a thinner fabric, to be honest. Oh, I am so sticky. When I'm done, I will get a wet one out. Which, of course, should have been part of my preparation. But by the time I needed it, it would have been dried out anyway. Yeah. All right, smooth. This brush definitely works better than a sponge brush. And I want some on the edge here. And of course, this is going to have to wait to be sewn. So this is going to have to be a multi-parter, multi-part video. All right. All right. So this is going to have to dry thoroughly. And I'm going to have to turn the video off and come back. But I wanted to get this done today. It was on my list of things to do 2 days ago. And then I got busy with the eco dyeing. And that took a lot of energy and a lot of time on Wednesday and Thursday. Because I did 2 batches. The second batch is out there drying as I speak. All right. So when this is done drying, I will sew it and I will be back. I'm back. I'm going to try something else. We're going to see how this works. I decided to make one without the file folder in between. But then I had to decide what fabric I wanted to use. And I am very stingy with my fabric. So I am going to try and do this and not bang into you. Because the camera is literally, my forehead is literally like 2 inches from the camera. Okay. All right, so I made these 9 inches tall. This is what's called a fat quarter. If you go to, ooh, cut that birdie in half. Oops. Ooh. And then this has to be 7. But I'm thinking, I wonder if I could fold this edge in and make a pocket out of it. You know, again, not following the rules. So that would be about 3 inches longer, and I'm going to give that a shot. We're going to play. We're going to try this. Now, I have no idea if this is going to be way too thin, but we'll see. So I'm going to get my really heavy canvas out. Ooh, tried to slide my chair and my butt went and my chair didn't. Yeah. Okay, so that's just over 14. So I want to make this 9 tall. So I'm going to cut this right about there, but this stuff does not tear very straight. So I'm giving myself some extra. And this stuff does not like to tear in this direction. Oh, okay. Excuse the noises I make, please. Oh, my gosh. Oh, get off. Okay, so again, we're gonna, yeah, we're gonna play and just see if it works. I mean, like I said, it's just fabric and glue, and we'll make it work. Although I'm going to have to get more glue in here, which means I have to get this top off again, off the glue. Okay, so I think I'm just off camera. Bear with me here. Come on, glue. The nice thing about this tacky glue is it's not very expensive and it's thick. And for most projects, I think you'd probably want to water it down unless you want, like, I need to throw this brush away. It's in my way and it's disintegrating on things like that. Ugh. Okay. So I'm going to really mix this up. Now, my other cover that I just did at the beginning of this video, I put it outside on my deck. It's not that warm today, but I'm chasing the sun around my deck. Let's see. That way is, well, if you go that way just a little bit, that's west. So that's east. So the sun comes up over there, but it hits the deck most of the day after like 9 a.m. So, but we do live in a place called Lake of the Woods, and we have a lot of trees around. And although we've cut a lot of them down from our backyard because they were dangerously close to the house, making us extremely uncomfortable because they're really big trees. You know, the shadows come and the leaves have not departed the trees yet. Oaks, lots and lots of oaks. All right, wish me luck, people. This is so weird. Like, I don't know. I don't think I have enough glue here, but we'll see. Oh, this makes me nervous. I don't want the glue to soak through. I hope I'm doing this right. I should have gone back and watched the video this morning. I watched it several days ago, so who knows? And I'm looking at this canvas going, this sure doesn't look like it's even all the way around. Like this end looks a lot narrower, but that's okay. So the glue is going to affect the fabric as far as how it feels, but it sort of gives it like a fabricy, not leathery, but you know, it's going to have a different feel to it. It's not just going to feel like plain fabric. So let's see. All right, I'm going to have to pour more glue out. So let me get at least try to get it to the center here. Oy. So my papers are drying very, very slowly outside, but that's okay. No idea if this is soaking through. We'll get rid of this. And my fingers, that's from the dye from the flowers that I'm hoping none of this comes off on anything I'm working on, even though I did wash my hands in between. All right. So, why does this, oh, because, oh. Uh-oh. I didn't make this longer. Were you yelling at me? That's okay. I'm going to work with it. I just got to put this somewhere in the middle here. Sort of center it. Okay. This needs to come up this way just a little bit. I'm going to pull it out this way. It is soaking through a little bit. I'm hoping it does not mark up the fabric. You can't really see it. I can feel it. I think I'm going to have to mix more glue. Oh, that's a lot in one spot. Get off there. Come on, you got to share, guys. Oh, and my thumb is killing me. Okay. Boy, I hope this comes out because the last video I did was in the wrong orientation again. Well, not the last video I did, because that was a flip through of a journal I made. But the previous working on something bit that I did, yeah, totally wrong orientation. And had to delete it. It was 45 minutes of work and chatting. So I was quite frustrated after that and just worked without making any videos because I just couldn't. I just couldn't deal with it. So, anywho's, we are expecting a FedEx delivery today, and hoping it doesn't come while I'm recording. Tony is off visiting our horse Blue. Poor Blue does not get enough attention, but he's not rideable. We didn't work with him enough when he was younger. He's a sweet horse. He is like a huge Labrador Retriever. I mean, he's in your pocket. He's not mean. He's never tried to bite or kick anybody. He's the only horse that I've ever had that has this personality. It has had this personality, or has this personality. The only one. Our other horse was just a mean, unhappy mare. And unhappier and meaner than most. I mean, she was our horse, and she and Tony had a good bond, but boy, she could be wicked if she wanted to be. Okay. All right, I think I've got this. Uh-oh, uh-oh, no. Okay. Breathe, Martha, breathe. It's okay, breathe. All right. So he's off seeing the horse, and FedEx is supposed to be making a delivery, and I'll tell you more about that later. But I'm going to do what Wendy did. Excuse the noise. And she just said, fold it over. Just fold it over like that and let it dry with this rounded edge to it. Now I do have, let's see. Let's spread this out a little. I'm going to make sure this is nice and flat. Okay. I have to tell you, this tool is a lifesaver for big areas. Oh, sticky, sticky. Okay, so this is going to go outside with the other cover. And the sun is sort of behind some clouds right now, but hopefully it'll dry. And if not, then I'll be back another day. See you later. I'm back. So in the first part of this video, I started these covers, and I did this based on Wendy's Journal Adventures. Now on this one, Wendy doesn't do this. I did this on my own. I used a file folder on the inside of this, and Wendy, says that she folds it over like this and lets it dry. Well, what I did was I had a paper towel roll sitting here, and I just sort of stuck this on the deck and let the paper towel roll dry inside of it, and it came out very round at first. So I'm really happy with the way this came out, although it's a little crooked. If you fold it this way, you can see. But that's okay. We're gonna work it and make sure that it's gonna be okay. All right. Now I've set this one aside because I also made this cover, and I think if you remember when I started, I made this fabric really long, and I didn't cut it down to size first, and I'm really happy that I didn't. Now the problem was that when I cut the inside fabric, I only cut it to, I think it was 14. No, it was, let me see. Let me measure. I think I made it, I think I made it 14 by 9. I think that's what this, 14 by 9. And I hadn't cut the outside fabric off. So my inside fabric stopped here, okay? And I can show you that inside here. Now, I have sewn this around since the last time I saw you, when it dried. And it dried within, I'd say, an hour or so. This fabric was from a fat quarter set. And it has, let me see. It has this, and these 3 fabrics in it. So I'm not sure if I'll use these 2. I'll definitely use these 3, what's left of them. And so what I did was I ended up just cutting another piece of canvas for this side and this side, and I glued them on. And I'm perfectly happy with it. I'm not going to sew that. It's really stuck on there, so I'm happy with it. And this side I folded over to make a pocket, and I thought about doing that with this side and then just making the cover. However, then I made some signatures, and what I did was I decided that I want to have this fold over that way. And if the space works out right, the birds will all match up. But I don't think it'll match up like that because I plan on putting 2 signatures in, and they don't have any ephemera in them yet. And then this is going to come over, and this will probably end up over here somewhere. So I don't think the birds will actually, if I didn't put any ephemera in, I could actually match it up just like that, and they'd match up perfectly. Can you see that? But it won't work that way because by the time I fill these little signatures here with stuff, I'm sure it's going to be quite fluffy. So then I did sew it around, and I really like the feel of it. I mean, I just love the feel of this fabric like this. So I will be making many more covers in this method. So basically, I just took my paintbrush and I did it on the heavier utility fabric canvas. Now, in Joann's, I find this under the utility fabrics. They keep moving that around in my store, but eventually I find it. And then I use the lighter version of this for my spines on the ephemera folios and such. So, so what I did was I then went on a sort of a binge. And after I recovered, so today's Tuesday, the 13th. So I did the eco dyeing on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Saturday and Sunday were recovery days for me. And then yesterday I got up and for some reason I had the itch to get on the computer and make some digital pages. So I've already put them in here. So I did this one, and this is on cardstock. This is an eco dyeing I did last year, which isn't unsuccessful, but it's not as successful as the one I did this year. And I haven't scanned those yet, so I used the ones from last year. So I have that one, and I have this one that I did. And this is from my lace background kit that I have in my digitals. And this is from a bird book that I have. This is from a digital that I downloaded from the internet. It's it was a public domain picture that I found somewhere, maybe Pixabay, I don't know, Pixabay. And then I had this little insert, and I was going to use this for something else, for another kit that I started but never finished. And it fits perfectly because there's a bird on it. I just wish the bird was on this side of the page, but that's the way somebody else made it. And then one of my lined sheets on the back. This is an altered envelope that I'd made, I don't know, a month or two ago. And I decorated it with birds. So this is going to be a pocket here. It's going to glue down to this page on the top and bottom. And then I made this page, which I really like. I made that page. And then this is a sprayed page. This is not in any of my kits. It's just a background page that I have that I made, I don't know, 6, 8, 10 months ago, maybe a year ago. So I thought that went really well on the back of that page because of the colors. Don't you think? And then an Edith Holden, of course. And then I made this page. Now, this one is not the accurate one. I have one of these in the other signature, and it's not as gray, I believe. I think this is the one that came out a little gray, but I'm still using it in here. And I have not put this kit on my Etsy shop. If you have interest in it, I may do that. And then I made this one as well, which is also on cardstock. And I did these two I did this morning. And my computer was acting up terribly, so I was not happy. I really need a new computer. And then that's another eco dye from last year that I put on the back. And this is a page out of a coloring book that I bought. And I absolutely... Oh, no, it's not. Hold on. Hold that thought. That is a page out of a coloring book that I bought. And I love using the coloring book pages because they're really cool pictures. And then this is... Nope. See, this is the one that came out too light. The other one is the one that'll go in a kit. But anyway, this one came out more gray than brown. Not sure why. I must have hit my opacity too much on my Edith Holden. And this is another page I made, a little simpler. And then my eco dye again on the back. And then I made this one, which is another favorite. Sometimes I just make a page I really love. I mean, like love beyond love. I love the way this came out. And then lines on the back. And another envelope here. And this one I covered in the Tim Holtz Birdie Darling tissue paper that I got at Joann's a while ago. I don't even know if that one is still out, but it worked perfect. So again, this will be a pocket. And then this one I really like too. So I also did that. I love this little birdie, which is why you see it a couple of times in this journal. And then this again is from my lace backgrounds kit. So I had fun making those yesterday, except for the part where my computer acted up. And now I want to decorate some of the pages, the plainer pages, and probably do something with these pages as well. Even though the eco dyeing is on there, I want to decorate them. And I'm going to have to make some, I mean, I have a bunch of ephemera that I've been working on all along. So I'll probably use a lot of that, but I also want to make some ephemera that's more bird related, because this journal is going to be all bird. Birds, birds, birds all the time. And I just think they came out really pretty. Even if I do say so myself, I'm very happy with this. Now, a lot of these are public domain photos, and some of them are Graphics Fairy from the premium membership. So, like this frame, this whole page here, this is a double frame in the Graphics Fairy. I used leaf brushes from Adobe Photoshop Elements. This background and this background are my own, and I've scanned them, but I haven't put them in a digital kit yet, which is something else that I've been wanting to do. And then these images are Graphics Fairy that I altered a little bit. Sure, there they are. But so that I can decorate some of the pages, and I want to also make some pockets and stuff on dictionary pages, because I have a whole bunch of dictionary pages here. So I went to my napkin stash, and lo and behold, I have a lot of napkins with birds on them. This is a brand new one I haven't even opened up yet. And another different one with birds on it. And that's a larger version of the smaller one that I showed first. And there's this one. So I will be doing some decoupage today. And I've been wanting to do them on dictionary pages. And I finally pulled out this old dictionary, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago. And it's got some nice browning, yellowing on the edges. Don't know if that's showing up on the camera or not. So I thought I'd just like hang out with my friends here. And I hope you'll pull something up to do as well. And let's see. I need to gather a couple of things, mostly because I didn't do that beforehand. Silly me. All right, I've got some paper towel, and I'm trying to decide what I want to use. What am I going to use? I have some, I don't want to use my Tim Holtz. I could use my Collage Page. It's pretty wet though. I don't know if I want to use that. Oh my, I should have decided beforehand. I could use my tacky glue. That's matte gel. That's gesso. I don't want to use gesso. So it's either this, that's gesso, and this. I think I'll pull this out. Hopefully I have enough. And if I don't, I will put some, I'll pull the Collage Page out as well. These are my little friends that keep me company, the little lammy. And I also have I also have Jerry Garcia. So they keep me company, as well as Evan, who is sound asleep on his bed. Yeah, so anywho's, I hope everybody's doing well. We are doing fine here. If you hear my husband's voice, I apologize. When he talks on the phone to people at work, it's like he thinks he has to yell. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Am I going to fold this? I'm trying to decide if I need to fold this and make the pocket first and tucks and do that. Make those things first, then decoupage on them, so I'm not losing important parts of the decoupage. I don't know. If I do that and cut that off, that'd be a nice tuck. But I have to remember to keep it within size of the signature. So let's get a signature page out. And yeah, if I do just the printed part there, that'll be plenty. So I'm going to, I don't think I did that very straight. Now, how thick do I want it? Probably not much thicker than that. Okay. There we go. And I lost all the nice yellow edges, but that's okay. And then I'm going to, excuse my arm reaching. Ugh. Oh boy, I think I'm gonna have to get a new glue stick. I think I'm near the end of this one. Oop, don't want that. That's wet. That's wet. Of course, I had used the best paper towels, and I do reuse these paper towels, so I'm not wasting. I don't know. Gluing on a glue book, you know, a gluing book, just never really seems to work for me. The pages get way sticky, and I just can't deal with that. I don't know. All right, so that'll be a nice tuck. I think I'll just throw a few of these together first. So I'll make another tuck. And then we'll make a few pockets, I think. I have no idea if that's straight. Not really. Not really. And yes, I have all the ephemera I made previously. But, you know, I want to make bird specific. So the other thing that I could do is I can go through my ephemera, which I have not done yet. And I can decoupage some birds onto whatever may not have like a finishing touch on it. So I do need to go through my ephemera box because I have been busy the last couple months with making tons of types of ephemera, as you know, because you've been with me, which I greatly appreciate. Too lazy to get my card or my bone folder out, so I just use the edge of the ruler. Lazy, just call me lazy. So I'm thinking, do I want that as a pocket, or do I want to make a pocket? I don't know. It doesn't really matter if I fold it that way or I fold it that way and chop it this way and turn it sideways. It's not really going to matter. I'm going to do it this way again so that I have the folded top, the folded portion at the top. And that'll sort of make it a solid top up there. And then I think I'm not going to tear as much off because I like some deep pockets too. Deep pockets. Deep pockets. And I'm going to tear this in half this way. make those pockets. There we go. So now I have 2 pockets, one for each signature. Oops. A little more glue, please. So we had, gosh, we must have had 3-4 weeks, I think it was, of really beautiful weather most days. And there was a helicopter flying over. I hope it's not making too much noise. And see, that'll make a nice little pocket. Whoopsies. Not too wide, not too narrow. Okay. And I mean, it's been in the 70s, maybe a couple days in the 80s. In fact, Wednesday when I was eco dyeing, it was 84 or so. It was warm. I got warm. That's too hot for me. And then, let's see. So I have side tucks and a couple of pockets. Let me see if I do. I'm going to glue 2 of these together. And take it from there. All right. Sorry, thinking. So, let's see. Where was I? Nice weather. Wednesday was 84. Then it cooled off on Thursday and Friday. It was in the low 70s. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday, no, Saturday, we woke up and it was very overcast. And then during the day, it sort of sprinkled off and on a few times. And then Saturday night, it got very rainy. Very rainy. And it rained quite hard overnight. And then, sorry, Sunday it rained all day. And Monday it rained all day. So it was kind of a crummy weekend. And it was a 3-day weekend because it was Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day yesterday. And so we weren't going anywhere anyway. Because we ain't going anywhere. Really. We had thought at one point that we were going to, in October, try to go to do some traveling. But I think if we do that at all, we're just going to do it at the campgrounds nearby. And the only problem is, I think everybody in the United States has bought a camper. And it's really, really, really hard to get a... I'm thinking again, sorry. Can you hear the fire? Smell the burn? It's hard to get a campground reserved. I mean, really, really hard. It's insane how hard it is. It's just insane. So, okay. So there's 3 pockets. So I really need like one more because I have 2 signatures. I don't know if I've ever done a journal with just 2 signatures. I think I have. It's unusual for me. I usually do 1 or 3. I'm just going to leave that. I'm going to need a new glue stick, everybody. That's okay. They're right next to me. I also need some water. I don't have anything to drink, and I'm extremely thirsty, and I'm getting extremely warm right now. So I am going to finish this, and I'm going to turn off the camera for a moment, take care of some things, and I'll be back. I'll just edit everything together. And I don't know how long the first video is. I forgot to look. So I need to check that out and see how long this video is, because this is probably going to be a multi-part video series on making this journal. Oopsies. That was not pretty. Okay. So I'll be back. Hey everyone, it's me again, I'm back. So I'm going to end this video here because I just checked and the other two videos add up to about 45 minutes, along with this one. So I'm going to end this video here, and the next part will be part 2, and we will take it from there. Thanks for joining me. Come on back and see part 2. Bye.